We'll put it in the chat. And we are
Oh, thank
live now. We are live,
We
fellas.
are live. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Been a long time. Been a long
Been
time.
a long
It's
time.
it's been, let's see, according to YouTube, it has been 2 months since we
Jesus.
have went live.
Probably
Damn.
close to 3, right? Did we go live in November? Like that was the last one was in November?
Something
Something
like
like
that.
something
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
It feel like a
Yeah, because
long
I
time.
believe it was before Thanksgiving or something. Right
Yeah,
before.
that sound about right.
Okay.
It feels good to be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I ain't got the sound.
Congrats. First of all, congrats to JR and his Cincinnati Bengals.
Congratulations.
Hooray!
They are in the Super Bowl, and I'm pretty sure he's the only one that predicted that.
Yeah,
You know,
so you take the time, talk your shit. You
talk
take
your
So
shit,
talk your
pump your
shit.
so
chest.
I'll be clear. I will specify. I had us making the playoffs. I did not have us in the Super Bowl, and we'll get to that. I have all of our Super Bowl picks, um, so we'll get to that. First and foremost, I want to welcome everybody back to Shoot Your Shot podcast. This is episode 36,
Yes,
the
sir.
Super Bowl edition. We're talking all Super Bowl. We're not talking about the Lakers. We're not talking about the Knicks. We ain't talking about the Bulls. We damn sure ain't talking about the Spurs.
Not at all.
Um, so it's all Super Bowl. So welcome. I think we got a couple people in. So whoever y'all are, appreciate y'all for watching. And make sure you stick to the very end because we got some big announcements that we're gonna wait to do to the very end. So make sure y'all tune in and stick around for the whole thing. So I guess we'll get to it first. All of our picks for the Super Bowl. Vic, you had your 49ers versus the Chiefs with the 49ers winning, which you were all wrong on that. Joe, you had the Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills, which you were half right. And you have the Rams winning the Super Bowl. And I had also the Rams versus the Bills with Buffalo winning. And King Vic was here with us, and he predicted the Packers versus Buffalo with the Bills winning. So he was all wrong too. We all were in the ballpark. We all picked playoff teams. None of us were way off there. So the question first goes to you, Joe. I know the answer, but you can let the people know. Are you sticking with Rams as your winner, or are you coming over? Are you coming over to my side?
I gotta stick with my pick, baby. Like we made it this far. I knew Matthew Stafford would be a little difference maker, you know, when it counted, and the extra pieces they picked up along the way, the Odell Beckhams, the Von Millers, that also helped, that contributed. So yeah, I gotta stick with my pick. I picked the Rams in the preseason. They still here. Got one game left, and I'm gonna ride with them.
If I'm not mistaken, you also picked your boy Stafford as the MVP. You standing by that? You think he wins MVP?
Nah, I think midway through the season he kind of hit a wall, and it took him a little time to get over it. And by the time he got back on a MVP track, the award was like out of his hands. So at one point he was a big candidate. He was strong. He was in the top three, maybe top two. But then once he hit that wall, that was it. So at this point, I do believe it's going to Aaron Rodgers.
Cool. So Vic, since you were wrong on both ends, who you pulling for? You rocking with my Bengals, or you going with LA?
I'm going with the Rams. Aaron Donald is one of my favorite players, so I'm rooting for Aaron to get a ring. To me, he's already the greatest defensive tackler ever, but this just solidifies it and blows him away from everybody else, in my opinion.
If
So
he gets the ring.
if he gets the ring, so I'm rooting for Aaron Donald. If the Bengals do win, that's awesome too. It's good to see the young boys go out there and prove everybody wrong. Like, hey, listen, we don't need to sit the bench for 4 to 5 years behind the vet. I'm good enough where I can do it now. And Joe Burrow he's on a mission.
So I read something earlier. It said Joe Burrow is the soonest as a number one pick. He's made the Super Bowl the quickest, and Matthew Stafford as a number one pick has been the slowest to make
The
the Super
longest.
Bowl.
Yeah, it took them the longest.
Longest. So that there's a lot of really good parallels in this Super Bowl that the NFL loves that kind of shit. A lot of people might not know that our coach, the Bengals coach Zach Taylor, comes from. We picked him off the Rams coaching staff when they made the Super Bowl, whatever that was, a couple of years ago.
Years
So,
ago.
there's parallels all over the place with that. Andrew Whitworth, one of the oldest player in the NFL, is an ex-Bengal. Odell Beckham and Jamar Chase, rookie of the year, Jamar Chase, both from LSU. All kinds of parallels there. So the NFL, that they've been milking that for all that they can.
Didn't Burrow go to LSU as well?
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He was at Ohio State and then transferred to LSU.
Yeah, him and Jamar Chase was there together.
Yeah. Well, I was just making the parallels between the wide receivers, but yeah. So, spoiler alert, I'm picking the Bengals. Win, lose, or draw, I'm extremely proud of my team. Nobody had us, this far along. I think Joe might have yelled at me when I said that they were going to make the playoffs.
No,
memory serves correctly.
See, all right, here's the thing. I picked you guys to go 10-7. You guys went 10-7.
Yep.
The issue was other teams. I didn't think other teams would be as bad as they were this year. So I just thought the competition would be a little better, and that's what it was. If I knew the competition wasn't going to be that great, I mean, you guys still finished 10-7, which I called. So it's not that I had y'all missing the playoffs with a bad record. I just thought the competition would be a little better. So, it's all good. It's very entertaining to see y'all here, though. It's not like it's a boring team. Some years you get one of these teams that make it to the championship game or to the Super Bowl, and you don't know how they got here, and they just boring, and you can't wait for them to get out. But Cincinnati is kind of like the opposite, where they're pretty entertaining, and all three games have been entertaining so far. So kind of happy they're here.
Yeah, and I want to shout out my boy Jose. He's the one that left the that comment about Joe Burrow. Yeah, he is a beast. I mean, he's come a long way faster. He is, as a lot has been said a lot. He is older. As a rookie, he's 25, so he's had a couple of years. But as a Bengals fan, this is something that we've never had. Just a quarterback that just has that confidence, and even that game against Tennessee when he got sacked 9 times, you couldn't tell. You could not tell. And I think that's been the key all season. He came in off the injury, and you wouldn't have thought. I mean, early on he looked a little shaky, but you wouldn't have known that he just blew his knee out, less than a year before that, from his demeanor. So, I'm, like I said, win, lose, or draw, I'm grateful to be here. No one expected us to be here, including probably myself, a couple games. And I mean, those games were very close. So with that said, let's kind of preview how each team got here. So wild card weekend, let's see. So the wild card weekend was Chiefs, Steelers, Bills, Patriots, Bengals, and Raiders in the AFC, and then NFC was Tampa and the Eagles, Niners and the Cowboys, Rams and the Cardinals, and then Tennessee and Green Bay both had bye weeks. The Chiefs destroyed the Pittsburgh Steelers and set Ben Roethlisberger off like the bitch that he is. Good riddance to him. The Buffalo Bills destroyed the Patriots. The Bengals had a close one with the Raiders, 26-19. The Bucks destroyed the Eagles. The Niners got by the Cowboys 23-17, and the Rams destroyed the Cardinals. Out of all those four teams that got blown out, who'd y'all say was probably the weakest team of the playoffs?
I'll go with the Patriots.
You think the Patriots were the weakest team in the playoffs?
The weakest? Yeah, I'll go with the Patriots. It's either them or Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh got veterans on it that's won before. Patriots, rookie quarterback. That's it.
I was running with the Eagles. I would say the Eagles.
Oh, I forgot there was
Yeah,
Eagles.
I was going with the Eagles.
Yeah,
I mean, other teams got blown out worse than the Eagles did, but
yeah, like Pittsburgh, like he said, Pittsburgh got veterans. They got known players. New England, of course, with Belichick, you could never count him out. And they got a good defense, but that Eagles team is like I don't even know how they got there.
weak division.
It took a lot of luck and a lot of things happening there in their favor over the last 2 weeks for them to even get there. So that Eagles team didn't belong, and it showed. They looked terrible versus the Bucks.
Yeah, they really did. Vic, we'll get to your Niners. How did you feel? I mean, really, with the upset, y'all were the 6 seed. The Cowboys were the 3 seed. I mean, we all know the history of the Cowboys in the playoffs. Y'all kind of barely squeaked by. Talk about how you were feeling at the end of that game with your matchup, set up for the next week, which would have been against the Packers.
I felt great, especially going into Green Bay, because I think we've beaten them every time we've played them in the playoffs or something like that. I think we're like 4-0 against Aaron Rodgers. So San Francisco is Aaron Rodgers' kryptonite at the moment. So going into that game, I felt great. Our defense was on point. The running game was there. Play calling wasn't the greatest. Jimmy wasn't making the greatest play calls on the field himself. But overall, though we would beat Green Bay, which by the grace of God we did.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboys fans had a lot to say this year. They felt like this was one of their years, as is every year. But like Joe always says, it's like you're always waiting for them to implode. You're always waiting for that moment for them to come up short. Kind of who they've been, since those '90s, winning teams. So,
I mean, let's be clear. My San Francisco team might have been a 6 seed, but come on, they're not a 6 seed.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the strongest 6 seeds that you're gonna run across. Like, I just think the issues with them is it was the opposite of Philly, where they had a lot of luck against them. They battled a lot of injuries. They lost a lot of close games. So I don't even think they were outscored by more than 10 points at any game this season or something like that. Like
I will have to double check.
Yeah, they play like the closest games amongst any NFL team that's out there. And then if you look at their division, they play in one of the strongest divisions with the Rams and the Cards and the Seahawks. They all know each other, real well. So it's not easy, So they all pretty much going to split their games. You know what I'm saying? So you could look at it as breaking even, going 4-4 right there with those 8 games. So don't let that 6 seed fool you when it comes to the San Francisco 49ers. I think they were a lot better than that. What they finished 10-7, they were a lot better than what 10-7 was saying. So
way better.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of just like I said, it kind of shows truth to how strong. I mean, really, that whole conference is because at 10-7 you're the 6 seed, and at 10-7, the Bengals we were the 4 seed. So
right.
So that brought us to the next week, which was my birthday week, January 22nd. And my Bengals squeaked out a victory against the number 1 seeded Tennessee Titans. King Henry was back for that. He wasn't a big factor. The Chiefs and the Bills had probably one of the greatest playoff football games you're ever going to see. Kansas City.
The greatest 2 minutes. That was like an insane 2.5 minutes, man.
Yeah. Final score of that was 42-36. The 49ers, 3-point victory over the Packers, 13-10. And then the Rams, another 3-point victory, beat the Bucks. I mean, weren't all these games like pretty much like won by a field goal, like last second field goals, except the
Chiefs game? Yeah, the Chiefs.
And that was a touchdown in overtime. So, I mean, I can't think of in recent memory a better divisional round of games. I mean, can you think of a year where there was better, 4 games better?
Nah, not all 4. Like you may run across a year where you got 1 game or maybe 2, but to have all 4, play out the way they did, that weekend, that was insane. So, nah, I'm a roll with that weekend.
So that brought us to the conference championships, which were the Bengals and the Chiefs, and the Rams and the 49ers. Bengals, another game-winning field goal by Money Mac. They win 27-24, and the Rams win it 20-17 over the Niners. Vic, tell us how you felt after that one.
You see what the caption says, right? See my name, right? It's exactly how I feel. And I've been the front runner defending Jimmy every week. I can't do it this time. I just can't. That was just a bonehead play. That just bonehead. I get it. The offensive line broke down. Wrong time to break down, but dude, you got
to take that sack, man.
Yeah, take that sack.
Take that sack, man. Live to play another down. If you throw it out of bounds, you're gonna get called for intentional grounding because he wasn't out the pocket. So he didn't have the chance to throw it out of bounds. You either take the sack.
Take the sack or the intentional grounding.
No, you don't want the intentional grounding. That's what 5 yards and a loss of a down. So
yeah, but if you take the sack, that was more than 5 yards, and you're getting a loss of down. He was pretty backed up.
You lose another down. So instead of it being second and whatever, it'll be third down and whatever. So you don't want that. My thing is, you take the sack or you throw it to the feet. Like, throw it to the feet. Don't throw it in the air to where it's going to stay in the air. You throw it to the ground and throw it to somebody's feet. But at the end of the day, man, you take the sack, man.
Yeah, he looked like Andy Dalton out there. That's some shit Andy Dalton would have did.
Live to play another down. So yeah, that wasn't smart. But
not at all. I believe if Jimmy gave us at least 70% better than what he did, we win the game, in my opinion. I don't think the score is 2017. I think it's the Rams trying to come down at the end to try to win it. You got to play better than that. You just have to. Even the play calling was shaky. The whole game, the play calling was shaky. Toss here, toss there.
Yeah.
No. I hate these toss plays. I just can't stand them.
And that's another thing. Is like I look at a quarterback like an NBA shooter where you got to get some sort of rhythm going. You got to get something going. And I just think the 49ers never let Jimmy get rhythm. Like, they don't never let him get in some sort of groove and some sort of rhythm to where he even feels confident about himself. Like he said, I just want to go somewhere that care about winning. It seems like he feel like this organization just doesn't care about winning right now. And that's messed up when it comes to an organization like the 49ers. They got 5 championships. You know what they did in the 80s and the 90s. And it's like, for them not to have a winning, feeling or spirit, like, it's kind of, that kind of doesn't go with each other. I don't know. I you can take that game and blame it on Jimmy G, but it's like that's usually what happens when you don't have a quarterback with confidence and in a groove.
And not only that, but the play calling it just wasn't great. You know, like if you see Debo lined up in the backfield, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a run.
He pitched the Debo every time. There
Yeah,
was never
yeah,
mixing
you
it up.
guys are running it. Yeah,
Like, where's the play action?
yeah, the play calling is very predictable.
It was too predictable.
But again, that goes with confidence in your quarterback. When you don't have that confidence in your quarterback, like look at Cincinnati on one hand. Joe Burrow was sacked 51 times this year. No quarterback in NFL history has ever made it to the Super Bowl being sacked that many times. And he got sacked 9 times against Kansas City or no Tennessee.
Tannehill.
And he got sacked 9 times versus Tennessee, and they still kept throwing it. You know, it's just, and he got sacked 5 times against the Chiefs, and they still kept throwing it. So it's like
this right here. That's King Vic right there. What up, King Vic?
Vic was
okay,
good.
was good. So that's the difference between a coach having confidence in your guy and a coach not having confidence. If Jimmy G was to get sacked 5 times, what you think Cal gonna do?
Run.
He gonna run the ball. He not gonna let Jimmy G pass the ball no more because it's like, nope, I don't want you to get sacked. But when you got confidence in your quarterback, you like, you know what? Erase the last play, throw it away. We can't do nothing about it, man. Let's go on to the next one. And that's what Joe Burrow and Cincinnati is showing. Even other teams like the Rams, they show confidence. You know, McVay showed confidence in Stafford. When Stafford hit that wall and it looked like he was going to crumble and they may not even make it to the playoffs, what McVay did? Like, yo, bro, go out there and sling, man. Go throw that ball. And that boosts your confidence. And now, you know, look at them now. They in the Super Bowl. So Jimmy G needs to go somewhere where his coach and his team got confidence in him, you know. And if that's not San Francisco, then you know, because I don't think he's that bad. You know, you can't be bad when you're winning 70% of your game. Like something has to be good within you. So
let me ask y'all this question, and Vic, I'll let you answer first. Do you think it's a lack of confidence in Jimmy G, or an overconfidence that your coach has for himself?
Oh, my coach is an asshole, bro. He think he innovated offense, and I'm like, dude, what did you innovate? What did you innovate, bro? How many late leads are you gonna blow? Super Bowl, blew 21-10 lead. Super Bowl again, 28-3 lead. You see the pattern?
I think they say he now owns the 3 worst blown leads in NFL playoff history.
Like he need to get his head out his ass. Like you're not a bad coach, you know what I mean? But I don't think you're as good as you think you are, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah, if he was such a great coach, then why you only win 28% of your games when Jimmy G not playing?
Because he's an offensive guru. That's what they say, right?
I mean, like if that's the case, you should be winning no matter who at quarterback.
I wish I had the answer.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was not the coach when y'all traded to get Jimmy G, right?
When we traded for him?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So he set out to get this guy. This is his guy. This isn't a case where another coach or another GM went and made a trade and then hired the coach and it's not his guy.
He was handpicked.
He's got no excuses then. He needs to be who they claim he is and win games when it matters.
And pay no attention to the dancing baby.
That's all the attention.
That's
the attention getter.
Listen, man, it's like I said, if he was such an offensive guru and a coaching wizard, then it wouldn't matter if Jimmy Fallon was your quarterback. You should still be able to win. But it's a big discrepancy when you win 70% of your games with one guy, 28% of your games with another guy. something ain't right here.
At all.
Something
So
is not right.
how long does he have? You give him another year? You give him
Oh,
another
no.
2 years?
Who, Jimmy?
No, the coach.
Oh,
Shanahan?
Kyle is there for a while.
Yeah, they love Cal.
He's
love
not going nowhere.
So you think if he does it again, whether it's make the playoffs and blows another lead or doesn't make the playoffs, you think he's still there after next year?
I think it depends on how it plays out. Like, how bad do we actually look? Like, if we look good and we just lose these games because, luck.
I think that's another thing Kyle is good at. Kyle is good at making it look like your fault. Like think about the last 3 years. He hasn't gotten blamed for none of it. It's all been Jimmy G's fault. It's been either Jimmy G or injuries. Nobody has ever like
Kyle. Not
the
one.
last 3 years. It hasn't been on Kyle at all. Like nothing. So it's not like he's in hot water, the hot seat. We're watching him. Like, no, this whole 3 years situation has been other people's fault. And this year is Jimmy G. So now it's get Jimmy G out, let the Trey Lance era start. So what's going to happen is Trey Lance is now learning and a rookie. So if they lose, we're not going to blame Kyle because Trey Lance is learning and he's young and a rookie. So now he got another 2 to 3 years of Trey Lance learning to fly under the radar. So
don't you think some of these guys like Burrow, like Herbert, these young dudes is coming in and having an immediate impact? That whole he's learning shit is out the window.
No, because it depends. Because for every Joe Burrow and Herbert, I can give you a Daniel Jones or a Darnold. Like you got a yin and a yang. So look at Jalen Hurts and the Justin Fields. Like you're gonna have some that come out and year 1, year 2, they're gonna look great. But then you're gonna have some that is gonna take 5-6 years for them to finally get it together. So it comes with the territory. So now it's like, all right, yeah. I mean, you got Trey Lance. He's gonna take over, and it's like, yeah, they got the same exact team. So you got the same running back, the same tight end, the same wide receivers. It should not be hard for Trey to come in there and get something going and get a groove going. Do we expect you to go 14-3 and win a Super Bowl in your first year? No, but there should be no reason for you to finish under 500 or to finish 500 and miss the playoffs. This is a playoff team. They have everything you need. And if the issue was Jimmy G and you feel Trey Lance is better, then everything should be positive for the next season.
All right. Well, that's enough about teams that aren't in the Super Bowl. Let's talk about the two teams who are in the Super Bowl. We've already talked a little bit about the Bengals. Let's talk a little bit about the Rams. Cooper Kupp, he had a historical year for a wide receiver. Matthew Stafford, finally got a chance outside of Detroit. Well, I think I read they said Eminem in the Super Bowl is the closest thing Detroit's ever going to get to playing, or Eminem at halftime, the closest Detroit's ever going to get to a Super Bowl. I thought that was funny. Both of y'all are picking the Rams, so why don't y'all tell the people why you're picking the Rams? Joe, we'll start with you. You look like you're ready to answer that.
I mean, that's who I picked in the preseason, so.
That's the only reason?
No, it's not the only. Well, they showed you why I picked them in the preseason. I picked them in the preseason. They're here, so they showed you why I picked them, and they're showing you why I'm sticking with them. They haven't,
and that was before they had Odell too. So you really had it right
so
there.
they're not showing me anything
Put that down.
To make me feel different. To be honest, they've looked better over the last 2 to 3 weeks than they did the last 3 to 4 weeks in the season. So if anything, they looking better. They starting to really click. They starting to really gel. I think Stafford finally found the balance between him, Cooper, and Odell. The whole forcing, trying to force passes to certain
And Von
players.
Miller, I forgot.
I just feel like he don't have to do that. Von Miller has found his place and his rhythm with the team. It doesn't seem like anyone is bumping heads. Everyone is clicking on all cylinders. So, I don't see it as a damn. I'm lucky that they're here. Like, nah, I'm gonna ride with them. I picked him in the preseason. I knew that's all Stafford needed was to get out of Detroit. He's not a bad quarterback. He's put up some impressive numbers while being in Detroit. It's just you in Detroit. That's what happens when you're in Detroit. So I'm gonna stick with the Rams.
So just to go back, your boy Bones, he had the Chiefs. I think we all knew that, Bones, when you picked their whole defense for your greatest NFL team of all time.
Pretty much.
But my Bengals take care of your boys, and that defense, they look
Hey,
okay in the first half, but not in the second half.
Patrick Mahomes won the game versus Buffalo in 13 seconds, and he lost the game versus Cincinnati in 13 seconds. So see how it all balances out. He threw
and Dak Prescott couldn't do shit in 14 seconds. So there you go, Cowboys fans.
This just proves that the NFL,
numbers game.
That's right.
Yep.
We'll save that for another show.
Why are you picking the Rams?
Because I think they're the better team overall. Even if you go by position, I think the Rams are just the better team overall. Not slighting the Bengals. I just think Aaron Donald's too much. And we've seen it. You can't contain him for 3 quarters. What you think is going to happen when that 4th quarter comes? We've seen it. We just seen it. The man doesn't stop. He has a motor. He does not stop. What are you going to do?
All it takes is one play.
He's a game changer.
One play. That's they had that man quiet for the whole game. And
the whole game.
One play, and he changed the whole game.
But this is
one play.
This is what he does.
One play. So
he makes you throw your game plan out the damn window.
Yeah, because there is none. Like he was triple teamed. And I've seen receivers get triple teamed. I've never seen a lineman get triple teamed. Like, that's insane to triple team a lineman, a guy trying. He doesn't have a running. He doesn't have a running head start. He doesn't have like triple team. That's insane. So it's hard to go against him.
And I get it. The Titans sacked you guys 9 times and y'all still won. But the difference is Ryan Tannehill isn't the quarterback of the Rams.
That Rams offense is totally different.
The Rams offense is totally different.
Totally different.
Pick your poison. I'm assuming you're doubling Cooper.
And now you got Cam Akers waking up. It's not going to be easy doubling Cooper because Odell is like, he's Odell. He's Odell now. It's not like Odell in Cleveland.
That's the thing. We don't tend to double anybody. That's not really what we do. We have faith in our corners and we have faith in our safeties because that's the strength of our defense. Our corners and safeties are some of the best. Unfortunately, they're not as strong as they should be because Trey Waynes he's pretty much been MIA for 2 seasons now, and Eli Apple's our number 2. But what do you say?
I said they're gonna get cooked if you play 1-on-1.
Maybe, but our defense, we definitely are kind of like that bend don't break. We're real good in the red zone. You know, and we limit big plays. I mean, you've seen some of the things that our safeties, they cover a lot of ground. Just because I say we don't double team doesn't mean that we're not giving our corners help. So it'll be an interesting matchup. I mean, you're not going to find two better wide receivers other than maybe in Cincinnati with our three. So it'll be an interesting matchup. The thing I'm worried about is what you touched on the most is Aaron Donald. I mean, our offensive line is our weak point. It's been an issue all season. Like Joe said, what we get 51 sacks. Burrow taking
51 sacks, 110 knockdowns. Like
it's a lot, and it's concerning.
He's the most abused quarterback in the league, and for them to be here, it's like that's astonishing. So
yeah, it
I
is.
give him credit for being knocked on his ass and getting right back up, and you know what I'm saying, being able to fight and hold it down. I give him a lot of credit for that, but I just hope it don't get too bad because
I think what we're going to do to kind of compensate for that is a lot of quick hits, because we've seen over the course of this season, Jamar Chase could take a little 5-yard slant and take it 80 yards. T. Higgins could, make catches in traffic. I think it's going to be a lot of quick hits, not giving that D-line and Donald the time to get back there. I think that's what they're going to do, and I think we're going to rely heavily on Joe Mixon. Because when Joe Mixon gets going, that does a lot to the defense, and I think he's probably the most underappreciated player on our offense is Joe Mixon. Because when he goes, we go. So if he gets going early, that could obviously be something really good for us. So we just got to stick with whatever our game plan is. Believe in what's got us here. They say CJ Uzomah is going to play. He said he ain't missing the biggest game of his life. That'll be big. I hope he's 100%. I hope he's not just going to shoot his knee up with some shit and risk further injury. But
I mean, you already know that's what you're going to do.
Hey, it is what it is. Eli Apple might not have been shit for y'all, but he stepped up this year. I mean,
he's been playing pretty decent.
He's had some big plays this year.
I think the biggest key is running. Mixon has to have a good game.
That's what I was saying while you were just on the phone. Mixon is the key.
Yeah, I think he's the key. And what you need to do is make things quick for Joe. Try not to have him standing there for a long time and looking for the deep threat. I look at it like as long as you can, even though the Rams defense is good, if you could keep the Rams offense on the sideline, that helps. So long drives, Cincinnati is known for getting down the field like that and scoring in 4 plays, 5 plays. If they can stretch it and try to, take some time off the clock, that helps. You want the Rams defense to be on the field, then keep them on the field, wear them out, tire them out, make them play, 10-minute drives and 8-minute drives, and keep that offense off the field. And I think that'll give the Bengals the best chance, because if they try to air it out, make it a shootout, and I think that'll play right into the Rams' hand, and I don't think that'll benefit the Bengals.
And you guys cannot exchange touchdowns for field goals. You can't do it this time. Not this Sunday. You get it right now, you got to score a touchdown.
You can't. Yeah, and I totally agree. Listen, I keep saying it because I'm trying to keep a level head. 30 plus years on this planet. It's the first time I've ever experienced something like this. Y'all have seen y'all teams. I try to keep a level head. I try not to get too high. And during the games, I try not to get too low, even though, as y'all know, I get pretty low. I don't quit. I don't quit as soon as Vic does. Vic be quitting on his team in the first quarter sometimes.
First 4 minutes.
That's because he know the bullshit when he see it. So
yo, I see it a mile away.
As soon as he start to see the bullshit, he be like, "Yo, that's it. I'm done." Like,
we out of here. It's over.
Again. So
yeah, I'm going to do something else. I ain't got time.
I feel it, man. Look, it only takes 5 minutes of a Jets game for me to be like, "All right, that's it. I'm done."
I had enough.
Ain't nothing new happening over here. It's the same old bullshit. We're about to get blown out by 17 or more. So
that's how I felt. I almost left at halftime against the Chiefs, but I was like, "Yo, we did it once.
Nah, man.
Maybe we could do it again."
I think that game, the confidence was the Chiefs not scoring.
Yeah.
So due to
we stopped them right before halftime. That's what made me stay. If they would have scored at the end, like right before halftime,
right, then that would have hurt it. But the fact that they didn't score that touchdown, that gave you a lot more confidence to say, you know what? All the bullshit we did, we only down what, 10? Some shit like that.
It was down 17, right?
Yeah, we were down 17 at one point.
Oh yeah, 17. That touchdown would have put y'all down 24. So that's a big difference, you know. Yeah. That's a huge difference. So to be, you know, to say, yo, all we need is two touchdowns and a field goal, and we back in it or whatever, as opposed to we need 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, like that hurts. So,
and shout outs to Samaje P. Ryan, because that touchdown that he had right before that drive was big.
That was big. That was the biggest that's what I mean. That was a what? That was a short dunk. It was like a 4-yard pass that he turned into the touchdown. It's not like yards. Yeah, so it's not like Burrow had time to go deep. That's what they got to do against the Rams. You know,
I agree.
You know, 4 or 5 4-5 yard plays. You know what I'm saying? Keep your third down short. Don't try to, you know, don't do anything to have you at 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. You know, you don't want long third downs. That makes the game very hard. And, you know, I just think because that's what the Rams want to do. The Rams want to keep Joe Burrow on the sideline. As long as they can keep Joe Burrow on the sideline, they good. You know, they good.
So if you're the Rams defensive coordinator, do you match up Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase wherever he goes?
Well, I would look at it like I would rather double team Jamar with 2 different guys and have Jalen play the other, like a Higgins or a Boyd or something like that. Because I think those guys are good, but they're not that great to where they need double teaming.
I mean, let's be real though. Outside of Ramsey, that Rams secondary is probably their weakest area.
That's why I would rather them share the responsibility of Jamar Chase. Because now if I put my best on Jamar Chase, that leaves the field open for everyone. And I rather eliminate that. I rather double Jamar with 2 of my decent to, you know, fairly above decent guys and have Ramsey play a secondary receiver. So that way I can try to eliminate both of them as opposed to just eliminating Jamar. If I eliminate Jamar Chase, then I still got Boyd and Higgins and, you know, Mixon coming out the backfield to worry about. I still got, you know, other things going on. Whereas if I could double team Jamar and put Ramsey on Boyd or Higgins, now I eliminate hopefully 2 of your receivers and leave you with only a running back and a tight end. And Uzomah is not really 100%. So it's not like I really got to go out there and focus on him, you know, going crazy or whatever. So that would be my game plan. As far as the run goes, it's like, look, ain't not much I could do. I'm more worried about passing. If Mixon want to go out there and run for 150, 200, then good luck. Hopefully, my front four, my linebackers will get to him quick and eliminate that. But I'm looking to stop that passing game.
What about you, Vic? Are you doing the same thing, or are you putting Ramsey on Jamar?
I'm putting Ramsey on Jamal. That's what we want to see. We want to see the one-on-one matchup. We want to see if Ramsey is who he say he is. We want to see if Jamar's the next big thing. So yeah, I would definitely. Now, do you want to play in one-on-one the whole game? Probably not the whole game. Probably mix it up. But coming out, yeah, I'm one-on-one in him. Why not?
Because the thing about Jamar Chase, which is not to say different, but he go anywhere. He go on the slot. He gets into the backfield. He's everywhere. So as a coach, it might just be easier to say, "Hey, Jalen, wherever you see him, match up with him."
So now you do that. If I'm Cincinnati, now I can use
I'm going to
Jamar.
Higgins.
I could use Jamar as decoy.
And they do that very often. If y'all watch those games, they do that often.
So now I'm running Jamar just to get Ramsey out of the way. Like, as long as I keep Ramsey out of center field position, out of them slot spots, them quarterback spy situations, like that, that's just gonna open the field more for Cincinnati. Cincinnati would love that. They would love for Jamar and Ramsey to be one-on-one.
And I think as smart as your idea is, Joe, I don't think Jalen Ramsey's ego is letting that go. He wants that one-on-one with Jamar.
See, you got to think about the type of player he is. He rarely goes one-on-one. What he does is he pays more attention to what the quarterback is doing. He's great at reading what a quarterback wants to do and what a quarterback is going up against. That's why he never really goes one-on-one the whole game. He tends to do a lot of quarterback spying and a lot of sitting in a certain spot and waiting for a quarterback to make a move, and then he makes his move. He got great instincts. He got a great first step. He got excellent catch-up speed. But what happens when he goes one-on-one is you see what Evans did to him. Evans burnt him on that touchdown, and it was easy. It was a straight up and under route, and Ramsey couldn't keep up with him when it came to the speed. So you don't want to.
He can't keep up with Mike Evans. He damn sure
you're damn sure not keeping up with Jamar Chase. So you don't want to. It's like I said, especially early. You don't want that to happen. The first play of the game or the second play of the game, Jamar Chase take him 67 yards, and it's an easy score. So I just wouldn't do that. Like, every once in a while, if the momentum is on the Rams side, then I would do it. But if Cincinnati is in some sort of groove, then there's no way I'm playing Ramsey one-on-one with Jamar Chase, because that eliminates a lot of my secondary help.
Because the thing about Jamar that he's proven for most of the year is like, Vic, what you said about Aaron Donald. You might could shut him down for 3 quarters, but it take that one play. He's a game changer. He could take that little dump off and take it 60, 70. And that's the thing about this game is there's so many of those type of players on both sides where that one play, it's like, who's going to make that one play
right
that gets their team to win?
And you don't want momentum to shift out of your balance. If you got the momentum, you want to keep it, and you don't want to give up momentum first. And if Cincinnati go out there and gain that momentum first, and they're able to get a groove going first, it could get ugly quick for Los Angeles. So,
yeah. So let's see. We got a couple minutes left. I'm gonna say one thing that I saw on the internet yesterday. Apparently, The Simpsons did predict this matchup in 2005. Did y'all see this?
34-31.
I seen it. Homer had the Go Bengals on his belly.
This shit is getting ridiculous, right? Like, I don't watch The Simpsons. I never was a big fan of The Simpsons, but if this happens and the score is what it is,
I'm gonna be rich.
The creator of The Simpsons is he a time traveler?
He's Illuminati, man. All this shit is rigged, baby. I thought you know.
Listen, if that score is 34-31, I'm going to send you boys whatever y'all want because I'm rich.
Well, you heard it here first. The Illuminati got the Bengals winning 34-31. And if that happens to be the case, I will be happy. I won't question it. I'll take my victory, and I'll be very humble about it.
I'm a damn sure put my bet in, and I'm damn sure going to put that 34-31 as the exact score and see what happens.
Right.
See, and this is how fucked up it is because I've never been like the superstitious sports fan. Again, because I've never, been in this kind of situation that even if I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet just so not to jinx the Bengals. Like, y'all do it. Y'all go ahead. Y'all do it. Y'all root for the Rams.
I don't have a dog in this fight, so I don't care who really wins.
I want to win at the end of the night.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, it's all about Joe. Yeah, I picked the Rams in the beginning, but shit, if you say, yo, you got a chance for the Rams to win or for you to win $1,000, fuck the Rams. I'm going to take that $1,000.
Could care less.
All I ask is if y'all put in those bets and y'all win off my Bengals, y'all just cut me off a little piece.
I got you. Not a problem. Just make that phone call.
Definitely. Yep, definitely. Just tell Joe Burrow to do what he got to do, and we good.
Hey, like he said, these NFL stadiums they don't get to him. He said he played in the SEC in the heart of the South against rival after rival. He don't get shook by these NFL stadiums. So
I think that helps. That plays a major factor. Knowing that he's up for the challenge and he's played in big games, that helps.
Not only played in big games, he's dominated in big games.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that definitely helps. Definitely plays a major factor. But in this situation, it's not just about you.
Right.
It's not about
you.
So,
with that being said, who's each of y'all's pick for Super Bowl MVP?
If the Rams win, I'm gonna say Matthew Stafford.
Just one pick. That's all you get. One pick. So you going Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
All right, Vic.
I know who I'm going with. 99.
Aaron Donald. How many? Do we know how often has a defensive player won Super Bowl MVP? Is it? I know it's got to be rare.
Was Ray Lewis the last one? Ray Lewis won that MVP, right?
Yeah, I think so. Then son from the Patriots win it too. The son that caught the interception to end the game.
Oh, he might have.
Von Miller. Von Miller did it.
Yeah, Von Miller won it when the
Broncos won.
Yeah, because Peyton Manning played like shit.
When they carried Mr. Manning.
Malcolm Smith and the Seahawks. Malcolm Smith of the Seahawks did it. Dexter Jackson, safety on the Bucks, did it.
Yeah,
Ray Lewis did it. Actually, there's been quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, Von Miller.
There's been 9.
Okay, so it's possible. It's very doable.
Yeah, Von Miller was the last one to do it.
And this is Aaron Donald we're talking about, so.
Yeah. Hey, I don't doubt it. I'm going Joey B, Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow, Super Bowl MVP.
If the Cincinnati Bengals win, I think Jamar Chase is going to win it. I think if Cincinnati win, he's going to be the real reason. Like he's going to go crazy, and that's what's going to help them win.
I think if Cincinnati win, it's who JR just said. It's Joe. It's Joe Burrow.
I got Jamar Chase of Cincinnati.
I'll take either one, fellas. I'll take either one. With that being said, I think we're gonna wrap up here. We're at about an hour.
The Lakers is trash.
And they speaking of the Lakers, real quick, they just said they might be trying to trade for John Wall. So their season will continue to go downhill if they do that.
You're trading the same player for the same player?
Yeah, exactly. So we hope everybody enjoyed. Like we said, we got a pretty big announcement that we're getting ready to make here. We appreciate everybody's patience, everybody that came back after a 2-3 month absence. King Vic, big shout outs, Bones, all y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through. Yeah, definitely. Appreciate y'all. We're going to get back to more content, but we're going to be seeing it in a little bit different way. I wanted to try to find a way to like upload the logo or something on here, but I couldn't figure out how to do it in time. But we're announcing officially the Shoot the Messenger Entertainment. It's going to be our new entertainment platform. You're still going to get the Shoot Your Shot podcast, probably in the same format, but we're going to be adding all kinds of new content, album reviews, movie reviews. Joe's got conspiracy theory stuff he want to talk about, a whole bunch of new content, but it's going to be under the Shoot the Messenger Entertainment umbrella. So make sure y'all check that out. If y'all get invites to a new group, it's going to be us, Shoot the Messenger Entertainment. That is us. We're going to have new guests, new people with us, new stuff riding. So we have been gone for a minute, but we got big stuff coming to y'all very, very soon. Fellas, let them know what they can expect from y'all in this new format and what they're going to get.
They can see more of us talking non-sports.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Branching it out.
Right.
They actually get to see how we are in the chat.
Yeah.
Not all of it though. Not all of it.
But they get a nice sample size of how the brain works, other than sports.
How we feel about certain things.
Yeah, definitely. How we be here all friendly, but there are certain topics that we do not agree all upon, and we bump heads and we debate and we argue. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? We need that. It's balanced.
Yep. We're going to be doing another thing that I forgot to mention. We're going to be doing some video game streaming stuff as well. So be on the lookout for that. It's all going to be under the umbrella. We're going to keep y'all updated with all that. I assume we're probably going to do a Super Bowl review after this, unless the Bengals lose and I fall into a deep depression. I'm assuming y'all get something from us after the Super Bowl. But just be on the lookout. We got a lot of stuff coming for y'all. We're excited about it. I hope y'all are excited about it. If there's
NBA is heating up, so be there.
If there's anything that y'all want us to talk about, any suggestions that y'all have, let us know. Hit us up, message us on Facebook, wherever. We're going to be opening this up to, again, we're still going to have the Shoot Your Shot podcast. That'll be all sports related, but we're going to branch into other things, music, entertainment, movies, everything else non-sports related. So if you got something you want to talk about, if you want to be a guest, let us know.
Bad advice coming up real soon.
Bad advice guy. So with that being said, we appreciate y'all. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully all y'all watch the Super Bowl and stay safe, don't drink and drive, and who they
do drugs.
Essentia Boys, baby.
Lakers is trash. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, me too. Loving every minute of it.
That's right.
Free Cam Reddit.